All right, so Nicholas Maduro, the alleged head of Venezuela, as many of you know, has been dragged out of his bedroom in the middle of the night. I think then put on a boat and then put on a plane and then made his way into a New York prison where he is set to stand trial. And this is going to be, a lot of people are asking, like, is this even legal? Can this even be done? Well, one of the things that his defense lawyers are going to argue is, look, sovereign immunity, right? If you're the head of state, then you can't be prosecuted because you're basically a sovereign government. And one of the questions that's going to have to be answered by the judge is he actually the head of Venezuela? And to answer that question, you sort of, in a way, have to look at the Venezuelan election that happened, I believe, pretty recently. And that's going to be one of the interesting questions: do they have to actually adjudicate, was that election valid? And if it's not valid, then who is the head of state of Venezuela? Because it seems like now, obviously, the VP is taking over, but that's going to be a complicated thing to look at because, a lot of the witnesses for how that election happened are in Venezuela. Are they going to cooperate? Obviously, that's all in Spanish and has to be translated. How are we going to subpoena people and get depositions of some of those people? Are probably government officials that may refuse to speak to prosecutors or defense lawyers. That's another. What complicates it is just the possible lack of information about the election in order to come to that conclusion. So I'm sure they're going to try to dismiss the case for that reason. I don't think the U.S. judge is going to dismiss that case. I think he's going to probably let the case go forward and then let the appellate courts make the decision ultimately of, is his conviction valid, which may end up going all the way up to the Supreme Court. So we'll have to see how that plays out, but what a crazy set of events.